This interview is part of the History Heard project. The content of this interview may be used for historical research. However, no part of the video itself may be reproduced without the express written permission of an authorized representative of History Heard. Today is January 3rd, 2010 at 1:30 p.m. This is an interview with Steve Huntington in Bradenton, Florida. He was born on August 13th, 1951 in Oceanport, New Jersey. Should I redo that? What was the strangest thing that you saw while you were there?
There were places across America where the youth culture that Woodstock came to depict, long hair, smoking marijuana, a total disrespect for authority, were already germinating. You know, San Francisco is well documented. Other urban areas had a pretty hip scene, if you want to use that word, as in hippies. Hippies mired in a sea of mud. The Daily News. Oh, this is Sunday. 20 cents. I was going to say 8 cents. 20 cents on Sunday. So there were places that was taking place, but in the suburbs, you know, we were kids. Our next oldest brothers and sisters had gone off to school to join fraternities and sororities, and the youth culture was only slowly getting set in suburbia. To go to Woodstock and see pot smoking, see nudity, see wild dancing to the music. It was all just extremely eye-opening. It was great. You know, I knew that it was out there. I mean, I was a student of it. I'd gone to the Fillmore East, and you know, I'd read about San Francisco and would love to have gone there. I couldn't. I mean, I could have. You know, all right, I'm a senior. I just graduated. Bye, mom. Bye, dad. But I've already said that the more important part was getting a summer job and, you know, accumulating a little money to go to school with. So that's what I saw that was most interesting.
If you could go back in time, would you go again?
Oh, if I could go back in time, would I go again? There's a complex question. Well, yeah, but you can't change anything because it would affect everything that ever came ever since. Yes. Simple answer, yes. I mean, musically, I constantly revisit those days. So, you know, I do go back in time in my own small way, you know, and I'm happy to do so.
Cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
Perfect. You want to show the rest of your newspapers?
Sure. Yeah, now, I don't know how you're going to piece all this together.
That's okay.
But part of the time that Woodstock, part of the things that make it such a heady time was what was going on that summer. Men Walk on the Moon.
Wow.
Ta-da! And by the time they got back, there's your astronauts with a full color shot, the wives with a full color shot, but Sharon killed that weirdo Bash. That is the Charles Manson murders of Sharon Tate and others. And notice that in relatively early times, the headline writing ability of the tabloid approach to journalism is already off and running. I brought the two Rolling Stones from the time. The one on the stands at the time was dated September 6th. They always date it at the end of the 2-week period. It's got Joe Cocker. Really looks like it's just like Woodstock shot of Joe Cocker, but it says Joe Cocker Atlantic City, which was two weeks earlier. A festival, 3 days, had many of the same acts, did not go viral. They probably had, I don't know, you'd have to look it up. Certainly less than 100,000, probably less than 50,000. Why? I don't know. some of which I addressed earlier. And then the first issue after Woodstock has this famous shot, Life magazine with Norman Mailer on the cover, has many of the pictures that have come to be, I don't need to, have come to be known with Woodstock. This was, as soon as they could get this together, this was what they released with, again, many of those pictures. You've seen them in the movies, you've seen them used ever since. $1.25 for this special edition.
Wow.
And then, the next year, the film came out, and no one who was there will ever be the same. That was the summer of '70, the Woodstock movie. This is a piece that kind of talks about the festival, but it's all to celebrate the release of the movie, which is huge when it comes to, there are some people, I don't know what they were doing, what they were on, but there are some people who think they were at Woodstock that probably weren't even at Woodstock. And we can, again, credit the movie for some of that going on. We can credit some other substances as well. There have been books. There are many books since, many TV shows. I didn't bring stuff from more recent, but from that time, those pieces. And happy to have been a media consumer to gather it up.